Hello, and welcome to my slideshow on botnet infiltration. This information comes from an article on infiltrating a botnet from Cisco.com. My name is Sean Headley, and I will be guiding you through this slideshow. The first thing that must be done is protecting the network from a botnet. The most dangerous threat is the uneducated user, a person who clicks on any dangerous or potentially dangerous link or opens any potentially dangerous file can cause problems and can cause a botnet to be created within the network. Now, a network or inline IPS or intrusion prevention system can help, but it cannot always prevent it, especially if the person takes the computer home and uses it on their own personal network. Now, one way that you can tell if you are a part of a botnet is through IRC or Internet Relay Chat traffic on non-standard ports. This is a very, very good sign that you have a botnet created out of your network. Now, a botnet is very simple. You have computer 1, computer 2, possibly more depending. These are going to both be connected to the internet. And from the internet, they will then travel, the information will then travel to a server somewhere else in the world. Now that server will connect to the internet and send IRC traffic, such as commands or other important information, to the bots, which they will then run. Now, along with this, they can send out information to the bots to change to a different server. This can cause a lot of problems, as we will see. The first thing that you need to do is stop the bot. Now, in the Cisco article, the researcher had issues because the server that the botnet is connected to updated frequently. This caused ports to move, servers to change their IP address, and passwords to change as well. This could potentially happen several times a day. Now, they did find a slight issue within the server itself, in that it always updated to an IP that was within a small group. This allowed them to use a single block on the firewall or intrusion prevention system to block out the botnet completely and shut it down. This single block was sufficient, as the server was always in the same small group. Now, talking to the bot master is something that the researchers wanted to do because they wanted to find out why the bot master was doing this. The first thing, obviously, that they had to do was gaining the trust of the bot master. From there, they found out through the bot master that he had recently sold machines for $800 and that most machines were running from 10 to 25 cents each. Now, the thing that surprised the researchers was that the botmaster didn't use any specific vulnerability, but instead used instant messaging spam. This allowed him to get at least 1% out of 10,000 people to be turned into a bot by clicking the link that he spammed them. Along with this, they found out that everything can be done on the internet. The Botmaster showed them an online forum for botnet actions. This is somewhere where you could buy and sell all sorts of botnet paraphernalia, whether it be botnets themselves, the software, or knowledge itself. Along with this, there was freely available software that anyone could use to create a botnet. All they needed to do was run the code and read the help files. This can be quite a problem because someone could use their one computer connected up to the internet and have quite a few botnets off of that. That means little Timmy in your neighborhood could potentially be running their own botnet. Now, along with that, you have the fish market. Phishing by botnets is by far the largest business when it comes to botnets. As stated by the botmaster themselves, they say they said a guy he knew earned $5,000 to $10,000 a week. For the average person, this is more money than they could possibly dream of and can make it quite a viable option to use botnets and go along this method of earning money. However, the botmaster did mention that selling botnets is not as common as most would think. He only had sold the botnets that he did once for the $800 that he received, and that was all that he. Now, while botmasters are doing illegal things, it does not mean that they are all bad. As the botmaster in question stated, they had once reported a person to the police because on a compromised machine they found inappropriate pictures of a minor. Along with this, the botmaster stated that the reason that they were a botmaster and did not have a full-time job with how much knowledge they had on computers is because they had a criminal record, no decent education, and that they didn't like having someone telling them what to do. They wanted to be free. Along with this, the money that some of these botmasters are making, it can lead people to do this as there are no bosses over their head. Along with this, not many people seem to understand the code that they are actually running. According to the botmaster, only about 20% actually understand the code. That is a staggeringly low number compared to the amount of botnets that are actually out there run by different people. Along with this, he stated that only about 3 to 5% write their own code for their bots. This means that only about 3 to 5% actually work to create their bots. As he stated, at most, they will use code that they have changed, but it is still based on something that you can get freely. Other than that, the rest run the code and read the help files, as he stated. Now, in conclusion, anyone can run a botnet, whether it be your neighbor or someone way across on the other side of the world. As long as they have some basic computer knowledge, they can run the botnet. Along with this, it was found that educating users in following security best practices is going to be your best bet against botnets. Along with this, you can install an IPS system to improve the prevention of botnets being created on your network. Along with this, the botmaster stated that not many security companies seem to catch on that quickly. Most of them do eventually catch on, but while they do, it's usually business as usual, just because they don't catch on quick enough to actually be able to prevent anything. Now, I thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.